The following segment is sponsored by the Salt Lake Fall Home Show. One of the hardest parts of creating a beautiful landscape is choosing the plants. Expert Cynthia Bee is here to share which plants will work best for your yard right here in Utah. Welcome to the show, Cynthia.
Thanks for having me.
I love your pink. We are literally twinning.
I got the memo.
You did. You look amazing. Okay, so beauty is created through contrast. How can we do that, Cynthia, in our yard?
You know, so often we think just about what's blooming and what do the flowers look like. But really it's a bigger picture if you're, designing a great yard, and that you need to have things that are foils to each other so that you've got that beautiful contrast to pop things against.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay, let's talk about bloom and how that helps us.
So that's the first thing that everyone looks for. We go to the nursery, we look for what's blooming, and we might go once a year, and that means you're going to get the flowers that are in bloom just at that time.
I would have never thought about that. That is such a good point.
It's because we buy what's in bloom, and so nurseries, they stock seasonally that way so that they've always got something that, that you'll buy. So that's the first trick, is you need to go more than once.
Yeah, and not just get the ones, because that is right. They're just blooming right at that moment.
Right, and so when we rely just on bloom, you end up with a lot of green jungle. All the plants kind of blend together, and so then it just looks like kind of a mass of
Yeah.
And so really what we want to do is add other things to that as well. We want to add foliage to create contrast. The leaves are going to stay colorful all season long. So things that have burgundy leaves or golden leaves or white and green leaves will provide that pop against everything else. And so you saw in that photo where there's all the beautiful golden foliage in that yard. There was only one flower in bloom there, and yet the whole yard is colorful.
Because you still have color, even though it's not bloom. Okay, how can we incorporate texture into our gardens?
So my favorite way to do that is with ornamental grasses.
Ooh.
They're clump forming, and they look so natural in Utah because they really blend our yards to our natural environment, and they just fit beautifully. So you have this movement and texture, you have blooms, you have foliage, and that's a 3-plant combination, and that's the key to making a great yard.
Okay, all right. Now, what advice do you have about repeating combinations?
So what you're going to want to do is your highest performing combinations, we want to repeat them multiple times, and I'm going to teach this whole method at the home show, so people can come and learn it. But we also have a cheat code coming out.
Okay.
This December, we're going to be releasing the Utah Plant Selector, and it's just the highest performing plants. It's not everything. It's the very best plants for your yard, and it's a way to turn those into combinations, solving for key issues, and you will be able to either pre-order your plants or pick them up at your local nursery. And the best part is you get to swipe, just like we call it Tinder for plants.
Okay, this is amazing.
So you can just swipe through, and instead of having to sit and make a spreadsheet about every possibility, you can be like, I like purple.
Yeah, and it's just right there on your
phone.
phone.
We've already gone through all the complex parts and worked that out for you. So we're going to teach that at the home show. There's all the vendors that you could possibly need to get your projects going. Interest rates are down a little right now, so this is a good time to get those projects going.
Okay, why else should people come down to the home show?
It's really a great one-stop shop. It's hard to find all those different vendors for the different projects that you're thinking about doing, and so coming in and just being able to check them all out at the same time is a really helpful, time-saving thing.
It's so true, and you're going to be there.
I'm going to be there.
Are you going to be there all 3 days, or when are you going to be there?
So I'll be teaching on Sunday.
On Sunday. Okay, make sure to catch Cynthia. And you can enter to win tickets by going to KUTV.com, or you can buy tickets at the Salt Lake Fall Home Show's website. Cynthia, thank you for all the tips. I got to download that app. It'll be available when, did you say?
In December.
And what is it called one more time?
The Utah Plant Selector.
So cool. Okay, Cynthia, thanks so much.
Thank you.